Okay people, so we got some pretty huge news regarding One Piece and some info that's to come. Now, one of the big things that whether you're a fan of One Piece or you just barely know about it, that everybody wants to know is, well, what is the One Piece? What's going on with that? So we have a little bit of insight into certain aspects of what's gonna come of the One Piece and a lot of really interesting stuff, because a couple of people were invited to talk with Oda and find out some things, and also the editor of One Piece, he also came out and spoke a little bit more. If y'all seen the video I just recently did about what the editor said, there's more to it, which is very, very impactful. And I'm like, right now, I'm a little shooketh, so to speak, because this info, baby, yo, let's not waste no time. Let's talk. No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done. That's right, people. We got some info now. I want to say it was the editor of Shonen Jump, one of the animators for the One Piece anime, and also the editor of One Piece. We got a couple of different interviews from them. We're going to read and talk, but there's some very interesting information about the correlation to Wano and the One Piece. And the more and more I keep hearing about Wano and everything, it really looks like Wano is going to be one of the final major arcs of the series, or at the very least lengthy arcs, because we already know that Wano still, it got so much of a ways to go. And if you really think about it, all the pieces are here right now. We got all the big key players, or majority of them already here. The big setups with Kozuki Oden and everything that's going on right now on Wano is major endgame stuff, and from what these guys are saying, it definitely feels like major endgame stuff. And honestly, I don't know how much more One Piece is gonna go after Wano. I'm just keeping it real. Yeah, there's Elbaf, there's a couple of major things that's supposed to happen after that, but a lot of things can be solved within Wano, and it seems to be that it's gonna be the case. So first of all, let's read what, again, I want to say this is the editor of Shonen Jump itself and an animator. They were guests at Oda's house, and or they talked with Oda, something like that. We'll read it in a second again. And they found out some very interesting stuff. Let's read. So two guests were invited in recent One Piece event in Saudi Arabia. One is Shimizu, the Toei animator, and the other is Heishi, the Jump editor. According to Shimizu, the ending of Wano arc will be surprising. Here's a summary of the interview. Shimizu already knows what will happen in Wano arc, and he says the ending of Wano arc will be surprising. That's very good to know, and also very interesting, because, I mean, what could surprise us when we know that there's huge things that is about to go down right now? So what could really just shock us? Like, I didn't see that coming. Shimizu also knows how One Piece will end, but he says he'd like to refrain from spilling the beans since Oda would be mad at him. Mad at him? That wouldn't begin to be your problems, fam. Like, a lot of people will be coming at your neck for spilling something like that. Like, you'll be sued up to another planet, baby. So yeah, you might want to hold out on that. Oda said to Shimizu, so many audiences were moved at the story of Ace's death, but I'm pretty sure that the ending of One Piece will be much more touching. He didn't use the word sad, just neutral, touching. So maybe not sad and tragic the way it was with Ace's death or whatever, but the ending of One Piece being very touching, like, that could mean so many different things. It's like, that's so vague. Like, I mean, at the very least, we know that, in which you can imagine, it's Oda and One Piece. It's gonna invoke some type of emotion regardless, just the fact that it's ending alone. But the ending that Oda has planned, oh god, I can't wait. Heishi doesn't know the ending of One Piece. He adds that he doesn't want to know it soon, since he is looking forward to what will happen in the future. So I want to say Heishi again is the editor of Jump. Yeah, he's the editor of Jump, so he doesn't really want to know, which is crazy. Like, yo, you run in the magazine, you know, or you're on top of the magazine. Shimizu says Wano arc is the story where Luffy and others fight against Kaido and Big Mom. Okay, we already know that. Oda told Shimizu long ago, when Wano arc is over, it means the ending of One Piece will be in sight. That is a huge one right there. When Wano's over, it means the ending of One Piece will be in sight, meaning that a lot of things are going to get resolved here. Again, like I've said before, bounties were already revealed for almost every key player in the series, minus like Dragon. I think he's like the last one to be revealed, something like that. But like, Wano is going to devastate the One Piece story in a crazy, exciting way. If when Wano ends, it's going to be the ending of One Piece in sight. That means after Wano, probably all the other arcs aren't going to be long spanned like Wano will be, and like how we had most of the arcs in One Piece in general be really, really long standing. It'll probably be that, okay, we have a couple key pieces left and whatnot, and probably Oda already has all of that pretty much mapped out. Like, you got to think with Wano, it's such a long arc, not that he's making it up as he goes along, but he's connecting the dots here and there, obviously, to make things exciting and all that stuff. But again, I'm sure he has majority of it planned out, but you know, you got to write it out and continue to make everything flow of what's been led up until this point. Probably the other stuff is so mapped out already that he doesn't really have to do too much once he gets to that part, or who knows, maybe he can have it already all sketched out. Like, that's crazy though. Wano ending, One Piece ending will be in sight. Anime staff specify color schemes of characters, but Oda sometimes give them an advice such as use more vivid color. One Piece anime is always so colorful. The outfits of the Straw Hats are hard to draw because the patterns in traditional Japanese clothes, so anime staffs rely on CG. Which I think they're referring to the outfits in Wano, how they all have like kimonos with all these designs and everything, but that's kind of cool, and the CG isn't noticeable at all, so there's that. Shimizu says Oda is a mangaka who thinks manga and anime are different stuff. Oda tells anime staff not to feel too stressed, which, I mean, yeah, they're kind of different mediums, but at the end of the day, it's still adapting the story, but yeah, I get what he means. Oda cherishes his comrades, so he holds a home party 3 to 4 times per year. Shimizu says one of the main themes of One Piece is comrades Nakama. We already knew that. It even says, Oda already said in an interview with Bump of Chicken in 2003 that the main theme of One Piece is comrades Nakama, so nothing new there. Heishi says he has visited Taiwan, the United States, and Europe as a guest at One Piece events. He feels the enthusiasm among Saudi Arabian fans seems like the greatest. That's pretty freaking cool. Like, the One Piece fandom around the world, although I'd imagine like nothing touches like in Japan for One Piece. That's gonna be crazy the day that ends. Shimizu is impressed at the kindness of Saudi Arabian fans. When he entered the restroom, some people were waiting in line. They kindly told him to use the restroom first. Oda drew a stained glass window based on Shimizu and Oda's house about 10 years ago, but Shimizu asked him not to display it since the drawing looked too old. 3 years ago though, Shimizu said he was old enough, so he told Oda feel free to display the stained glass. Okay, that's kind of cool. Like, the biggest bombshell out of that though is definitely when Wano's over, it seems like the ending of One Piece will be in sight. That means Wano is going to be one of the biggest impacts of the story up to this point, and I don't know how much more will come after Wano. If like the ending of One Piece will be in sight after Wano, that's freaking crazy. And also that the ending is going to be touching. So that's what we got from, again, that was an animator from Toei Animation, as well as Heishi, the Jump editor. Now we have the editor of One Piece, Naoto, the one that we talked about in a previous video, and he talked about Wano arc and Stampede. And according to Oda, Wano is a story which is heavily related to the final chapter of One Piece. Baby, here we go. Editor Naoto feels the popularity of One Piece is becoming much larger worldwide. For example, many French fans sang the song We Are in the theater on the release date of Stampede. Chinese fans' enthusiasm was so great that he has never seen. When Naoto and another editor watched Stampede for the first time, they burst out crying since the film was awesome. In contrast, Oda was very cool after watching the screening. Oda said, "This is the best One Piece film so far. However, final stages of my manga will be much more interesting." Yo, Oda on some Kubo stuff, like give him some shades and make him look dope. Like, wow, that's some big words, because from what I heard, I haven't watched Stampede yet. Unfortunately, I was supposed to watch it in theaters, and the day that it came out, I had like a terrible stomach flu, so I couldn't catch it. But well, I even had bought tickets, and that was just such a horrible time. But I'm waiting until they put it out on Blu-ray, DVD. I'm gonna definitely pick that up because I'm dying to see it. But the fact that Oda is like, yeah, that's great, my shit's gonna be greater. Like, yo. Anime staffs consulted Oda several times regarding eternal pose to Laugh Tale. Well, Laugh Tale is, if I'm not mistaken, the romanization pronunciation of Raftel, which a lot of people for a long time, okay, Raftel is the final island where the One Piece is gonna be, if I'm not mistaken. It's like an endgame thing. So I'm just curious what that is gonna incorporate. Is it gonna be like an island full of people just laughing the freaking asses off? Like, how's that gonna work? All successive One Piece editors had already heard from Oda about the spellings and meanings of Laugh Tale. Naoto says it means important settings including Laugh Tale have never changed for these 20 years. That is dope that he's had this idea in his mind for 2 decades plus. So whatever the case may be, whatever this Laugh Tale is, it's crazy, because you gotta imagine if this idea was done already, Oda would have changed it by now. Like, if he's had this cemented for 20 years, he would have changed it if it was something like, So the hype. According to Oda, Wano arc is a story which is heavily related to the final chapter of One Piece. Naoto says this flashback of Wano arc will handle the legendary adventure of Roger. Wano arc is the most important arc that will be related to the biggest secret about what is One Piece as a treasure. Oh my god, hold on, we gotta read that one more time, baby, one more time. According to Oda, Wano arc is a story which is heavily related to the final chapter of One Piece. Like, ooh, Roger, Odin, like, what does that mean? Naoto says flashbacks of Wano will, of course, handle the legendary adventure Roger, which they've been doing that with Odin, and we've seen a little bit of, like, you know, his backstory with his fight against the Rock's Pirates with Garp, but Wano arc is the most important arc that will be related to the biggest secret about what is One Piece. Oh my god. Now I gotta tune in every week. I mean, I've been reading it every week for like years upon years, but now it's like, oh my god, this is crazy. The interviewer is shocked to hear those words and asks Naoto if it will be okay to publish this interview on the internet. Naoto replies that Oda has already approved those words. Naoto honestly says Wano is such an important arc that more fans who already stopped reading One Piece should come back. Naoto said it'd be disappointing if former fans get to know big news such as someone died, which, spoiler alert, someone's gonna die, someone big. One Piece as a treasure turned out to be through social media, you know, Twitter, Facebook, etc. Yeah, honestly, for a while I thought, man, if I ever fell off of reading One Piece, maybe, you know, I'll just go back in and check out what happened. But like, that would be such a waste. I want to read this the way I've been reading it for the last almost 10 years. And yeah, it wouldn't feel the same for me if I read on Twitter like, oh, so this is how it all ends and this one died and that one. Like, yeah, I need to read it the way it's been put out up until this point. Naoto can't help doubting that One Piece will end in 5 years. Okay, so this is from the previous video we just talked about. So Naoto can't help doubting that One Piece will end in 5 years from what he heard from Oda about future stories, but at the same time, he says now that Oda himself said it with certainty. He believes Oda will finish it in 5 years. Naoto feels the pacing on Wano arc is so rushed that One Piece can finish in 5 years. Wow, that's crazy. Oda said he would like to finish One Piece in 5 years, and the interview was done in August of 2019. So wow, this is some big stuff, I'm not gonna lie. So Wano is going to be very impactful to what is the One Piece, Roger's history and his adventures, the final chapter of One Piece. Like, I knew Wano was going to be very big and important arc. I didn't expect it was going to be like that big, that important, to having clues to basically what the One Piece is. And oh my gosh, that was explosive. I'm not even gonna lie. That's probably one of my favorite One Piece related interviews I've read thus far. Like, that was awesome. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm curious what you guys think out of everything that was mentioned in this one. What you thought was the most important? Which one got you the most excited? And what do you think it's... I don't even know, man. It's just so much to take in right now. Like, that was a lot. Cementing yet again, One Piece is probably going to end 5 years. And we have seen that the pacing in Wano has been kind of ridiculously fast in a good way, though. Like, don't get me wrong, the Odin flashback maybe feels a little sluggish right now. But even the last chapter, he sped things up. And it went from we picked up 2 of Odin's people to now we got all of Odin's people. So it's definitely picking up right there. But One Piece, Wano... your world thoughts and expectations for all of this, how everything's gonna play out. Man, One Piece is such a legendary series. The day this ends is gonna be so freaking sad and horrible, but until we get to that point, let's just continue to enjoy the ride, baby. That One Piece greatness. But that's all I have for this one, though. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Hit that bell to get all notifications. And if you want to follow any of my other social media, links, of course, are in the description below. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule. Anime and manga for life, boy. Have an awesome day. Peace in, and we go.
Enjoy the next ride, but I was the best ride. But I hope you know that